Right now, we farm 585 acres of alfalfa, about almost 900 acres of wheat, and ranch about 3,500 acres for cattle cattle grazing.
I enjoy the farming, and he enjoys it, and we just enjoy it out here.
Yeah, it's just kind of all a big circle. The farm feeds the cows, make our money, and the excess hay makes money, and it's just kind of our circle of life out here.
I don't know. Things have got pretty sweet right now for the farming part of it. I mean, even the reason we go ahead and work the ground and plant is we graze all of our wheat, which I know these drills are no-till drills, which a lot of people are doing that, which saves fuel and cost.
The thing we've really enjoyed is that tractor. I bet it cuts fuel costs in half. I mean, it's unreal how much it'll save us in a year. Um, I planted the whole about 900 acres on, I think, barely 2 tanks of fuel, which would be roughly 300 gallons. On the old ones, that would have taken,
That much a day.
yeah, it would have probably taken 450 to 500 gallons of diesel. So that's kind of a benefit we really enjoy from the newer models of tractors. Yeah.
Talk a little bit about the sunflower drill.
Well, I can do about 300 acres a day. Amazing drill. I, there's very few things that ever go wrong with it. I had the fertilizer motor go out in it last year, I believe. But other than that, I mean, you can just plant so many more acres, and a guy can just plant on about 4 days before rain. It's kind of what we typically do. 4 days before rain, we'll go ahead and plant all our stuff. And granted, we don't have as many, thousands and thousands of acres like some people do, but it works great for us because we can kind of basically watch a forecast and know that we can plant 250 to 300 acres a day and get it in and get it growing. Just kind of like we did this time. That's what we've done the last 3 years.
The sunflower drill with the 7.5-inch spacing for wheat is a little too far wide for planting alfalfa. So we decided to crisscross the field, which takes up the spacing. And the old school way, like I say, you'd work the ground and just constantly work it, and then put dry fertilizer, incorporate, then fly on the seed, and then have to roll it in. Where with the drill, you've got the liquid fertilizer already there, put the fertilizer down as you plant the seed, and by crisscrossing the field, like I say, you take up for that extra spacing.
Yeah, I mean when we did that, we sure enjoyed it. It's been one of our best fields we've ever had. We've had a little ground out issues this year due to all the rain, but it was kind of an idea Gerald started with, and we kind of went on with, and I don't foresee us doing any other way. We don't drop the drill down as deep as we'd ever put wheat in, but
That's a quick change to.
you just barely put it in the ground, and it made a great stand, and everybody asked why did we do that or how did we know it would work.
We didn't actually.
Yeah, we didn't know it would work. It was about a $15,000 seed gamble plus fertilizer, and it worked, and so I don't really foresee us doing any difference.
So it increased your yield? Is that?
It's going to be a good meadow. This is its first year. By the time that look gets down, it's going to be.
You see other farms trying the same technique?
Do what?
Are you going to see?
There's another farmer that done it after we did, and had a.
Doing it again this year too.
Yeah, he done it the way we did in one field, and then done it the old school way, flying it on and all the other in another field, and the drill field was twice as strong as the one he flew on.
And I think the cost benefit you immediately see is not even pay a pilot.
Well, that's there again. It goes back to saving fuel and labor cost and fuel cost. It was just economically feasible if nothing else.
Especially when you run the Fendt, which is a lot cheaper fuel.
And the sunflower drill, it's not that great a task to change it over to plant alfalfa.
And what do we do it one afternoon?
You have to change some sprockets, and the settings on the packer wheels are quick to change.
Probably 3 to 4 hour deal. Saved us tons of money.
You have several pieces of sunflower tillage equipment. What made you choose sunflower?
Better quality. We used to run the big Crisscross disc, and there was always, you'd find stress cracks in it after 2 or 3 years, where sunflowers, what did we run that last one, 5 or 6 years?
5 or 6, and the only reason we traded in was due to
We needed
wear and tear on the disc blades, which is inevitable for a disc. They wore down, and at that point in time, we're kind of faced with, do you buy new plates or do you buy a new disc? And at the cost benefit for us and how busy we were with, that's why we went and upgraded to a new one.
What are the qualities that are important to you in an equipment dealership?
Service. I think service is number one. I mean, really, is that what you'd say?
Yes, definitely.
You know, not trying to just talk somebody up, but Livingston's has really given us the best service we could have ever asked for. We have equipment down. I've been baling hay at midnight and 1 o'clock, and I've had Jay and Bart. I've had all the guys that they'll come out here in the middle of the night, and you know, it may be for an extra hour of baling or 2 hours, but that means the world to us because we can get things out of the field when it may be raining in 5 hours. But service has to be number one.
What other roles has Livingston played in your operation?
They've been our number one equipment dealer. That's basically about the only person we buy from anymore. It's been probably 95% of our equipment comes from them. We don't really foresee a change in that. There's no reason to, because you know, we've got some older equipment that never gets worked on by the other companies, and they'll be here that day, the next day, or whenever we need them.
Earl and our main salesman, Mike, they're liable to just show up just to check on us, you know, which that means a lot. None of the other dealers go that extra mile to make sure you've got what you need or being taken care of like they do.
Can you run down a list of equipment that you've gotten from Livingston that you've used?
The Fendt, it's 930, is that right?
Yeah.
Fendt 930 Vario, the Sunflower disc, the Versatile 435,
712 Fendt,
the pull behind 40-foot cultivator, 50-foot cultivator,
50-foot soil conditioner, 49-foot Dollar King, 2 21-foot disc chisels,
the Crone rake converter,
2 Rouse rakes,
36-foot disc,
hay machine 2 H&S.
the 2 Rouse rakes.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's your windrower and balers too.
Yeah, our baler.
Big baler and a swather hay machine.